The air, and now 18 runners headed by last year's winner Young Kenny at 12-1 and Brendan Powell. Marlborough at 11-2, Mick Fitzgerald. Spended at 14's Richard Johnson. The favourite is Paris Pike at 5-1, the mount of Adrian Maguire. Number 6 is BROWJOSHY and Tony Dobbin at 6-1. Moondigua, Tony McCoy at 16-1. An 11-1 chance is Birkdale under Robbie Supple. Ambleside at 16's Joe Tizard. Another Cheltenham winner now, CAVALERO at 10-1, Mr. Alex Charles Jones. Sam Lee, Blinkers, 16's Barry Fenton. Lord of the West at 14-1, ridden by Richard McGrath. Number 14, Scott and Green, the mount of Lorcan Wire, 12-1. Noble Lord, 33-1, Jimmy McCarthy. Poor Skin, an outsider, 66-1, ridden by the £3 claimer Henry Oliver. Another excuse, past winner of the Midlands Grand National at 50-1, Kenny Whelan on the blinkered Irish Raider. Number 19, Silla's Stalker at 100-1, Graham Lee. Number 20 is Monte Cresta Visored, 100-1, Kenny Johnson. Right at the bottom, Master Kit at 100-1, Glenn Tormey.
These two at the top of the market. 5's Paris Pike and Marlborough, 13-2, BROWJOSHY. Continued support for CAVALERO, now into 8's. 11-1 Young Kenny, 12's Birkdale, Scott and Green and Spended. 16-1 Lord of the West along with Moondigua, Ambleside and Sam Lee. You can have 33's Noble Lord, 50's Another Excuse. Poor Skin is a 66-1 chance. Silla's Stalker is 100-1. Monte Cresta and Master Kit are the other two 100-1 shot.
They go then for the Ladbroke Casino Scottish Grand National. A cheer from the crowd. Marlborough the last to step away. Mick Fitzgerald in no hurry early. Last year's winner Young Kenny right up with the pace under Brendan Powell, with Birkdale the grey, Master Kit on the inside, and Ambleside is close too as they approach the first of 27 fences, and they all land safely with Monte Cresta the back marker. It's now Master Kit up the inside of Ambleside, then Birkdale and Young Kenny and Lord of the West is close. BROWJOSHY towards the inside as they clear the second fence. A slight mistake by Noble Lord back in the field. On now towards an open ditch. Young Kenny in the hoop sleeve jacket towards the centre of the track. On the right on the rail, Master Kit. Ambleside between the pair. Then Scott and Green out, and CAVALERO has unseated Alex Charles Jones there. CAVALERO departs at the third. And meanwhile, on to the fourth. Master Kit is over this one. And a bad mistake at that by Spended, who gave it a right clout under Richard Johnson, who had to sit tight. On now to the fifth. Master Kit and Young Kenny with Scott and Green on the outside, the yellow jacket. Ambleside is next. Then Birkdale on the inside as they clear this one safely. Lord of the West then from Paris Pike towards the outside. Spended is there, then BROWJOSHY towards the inner, Sam Lee and Monte Cresta, back then to Another Excuse, Moondigua towards the inner, followed by Noble Lord. Marlborough is 3 from the end, the back two, Poor Skin and Silla's Stalker. The next fence comes up quickly after that turn, and it's Master Kit from Young Kenny, then Ambleside and Scott and Green as they land over that one. Behind Scott and Green, Lord of the West in the yellow jacket. BROWJOSHY on the far rail. Sam Lee is pulling hard, tanking along in about 6th place from Spended as they clear the next. And then behind these was Noble Lord. As we check the starting prices, joint favourites on the off, Paris Pike, who's midfield, black jacket the outside, horse with a white face. About 8 lengths off the pace at the moment. The other joint favourite, Marlborough, towards the inside. They're both roughly at around the same place in the field. Approaching the next then, this is number 9, and still 2 circuits to go. And it's Master Kit from Young Kenny in second. Sam Lee into third, then Ambleside. Birkdale the grey on the inside from Scott and Green, and Paris Pike is out wide as Spended. Then Lord of the West and Moondigua and Monte Cresta from Noble Lord. A gap then to Marlborough. After Marlborough, Another Excuse, and BROWJOSHY has lost his position. And the back two remain, Poor Skin and Silla's Stalker, with just the one departure so far, and that was CAVALERO at the third fence. So they run into the back straight once again, where 5 fences await them. And Young Kenny under Brendan Powell on the outside goes up again to dispute the running with Ambleside and Master Kit on the inside. Scott and Green, then Spended on their heels despite an early mistake. Sam Lee is running a good race. Out wide, Paris Pike is much closer now as they approach the first in the back straight, at which Young Kenny was first to rise only fractionally. Ambleside a good jump. Sam Lee is tanking his way up the inside in the headgear. And then Master Kit back on the inside, just losing a place or two as they clear the next. Paris Pike very handy out wide. Mistake at the back by Poor Skin, who's won from last with only Silla's Stalker behind him. Another excuse gets a reminder or two. The rider in a blue cap in midfield. Over the next, at which it was Sam Lee. And a faller there was Lord of the West. And Poor Skin has unseated the rider, trying to avoid the stricken horse. BROWJOSHY did well to avoid that horse as well, but has lost his position quite badly, as meanwhile up with the leaders it's Young Kenny and Sam Lee in the red sleeve jackets, Scott and Green in the yellow, Paris Pike in black in fourth, then Splendid from Ambleside. These are followed by another excuse, and then this group are chased by Monte Cresta as they turn away left-handed again downhill out of the back straight and on towards the next 4 fences up the straight. The next will be number 15, and it's Sam Lee, a national regular over the years, has been placed at Aintree in the past. Barry Fenton in the saddle from Young Kenny, Paris Pike on the outside, then Scott and Green from Splendid. Over on the inside is Ambleside next, Birkdale the Grey from Monte Cresta, then Marlborough, just beginning to get a little bit closer, Mick Fitz on Marlborough as they jump the next, and the leaders take it safely. With on the inside Moondigua trying to get a bit closer, blue and orange jacket. Master Kit is well tailed off now as they approach the next open ditch, and it was Sam Lee joined on the outside by Paris Pike. Then in third is Young Kenny. Moondigua on the inside improves, then Splendid. Out deep is Scott and Green from Marlborough and Ambleside as they take what will be the last after one more circuit of the track. Towards the rear, Noble Lord, Monte Cresta. Birkdale's lost places. Well adrift at the present is another excuse of Master Kit, and tailed right off Silla's Stalker. Up front it's Paris Pike, one of the joint favourites leading. John Frankham Alistair down. Can he stay in front?
Well, he's going well enough, Simon, at the moment, but nothing's been travelling better throughout the race than Marlborough, who Mick Fitzgerald just smuggling round in about 6th or 7th. Ambleside begins to come to the end of his tether. Moondigua, who was showing up well there, now coming under pressure. John, what do you think's going best?
Well, Paris Pike travelling particularly well, but so is Marlborough, and it's so important to get horses jumping on this ground when it's fast, and they don't mind it for the first half a mile, some of these soft ground horses, but the ones in the race now, the ones that really don't mind putting their foot down on it. Paris Pike looks to be absolutely loving it, but as I said, so does Marlborough in behind.
Yes, Paris Pike has got a lovely rhythm in front. They've got 8 fences left to jump, and it's Paris Pike from Young Kenny on the outside, running another good race here at Ayr as they landed over that one. Scott and Green chases in third. Sam Lee is now feeling the pinch as Birkdale pulls up. The ground was too quick for him, as his trainer feared, as they now run on towards another open ditch, and it's Paris Pike from Young Kenny in second. Over in third, Noble Lord improving. Scott and Green gets a reminder. Then Splendid. He's yet to twitch on Marlborough, back in 6th place. Waiting. Young Kenny made a mistake there. Behind the front 6 are Ambleside, and then Sam Lee, who seems to have lost his action as they run towards the last fence in the back straight. And this is the 5th from home, and it's Paris Pike from Young Kenny. Noble Lord over in third. And then in behind these, Marlborough is now trying to pick up these leaders as they swing left-handed away from the back straight. They've got 4 fences left to jump, and it's Paris Pike, Young Kenny, Noble Lord, Splendid. But look at Marlborough in 5th place, the winner at the Cheltenham Festival under Mick Fitzgerald. He's riding another confident race. He seems to have plenty of horse under him, but will the horse stay? This is 4 out. Paris Pike lands in front by 2 lengths. Marlborough wasn't too quick at that, and is now shaken up. Young Kenny on the outside second. Noble Lord running a big race. Marlborough goes into 4th, then Splendid down towards the 3rd last, and it's Paris Pike and Adrian Maguire. Another mistake by Marlborough there. Perhaps he's getting a bit leg weary, but Paris Pike is still staying on strongly in front with 2 fences left to go. The final open ditch, and Paris Pike another great jump. Oh, Marlborough's jumping's fallen apart. Noble Lord second, Young Kenny third, then Marlborough, Splendid, and it's Paris Pike running on relentlessly in the lead under Adrian Maguire. 6 lengths clear over the last. Noble Lord chasing in second. Then last year's winner, Young Kenny. A gap to Splendid, and then Marlborough. And Paris Pike, this progressive young chaser, kept going in front to win the Scottish National. Noble Lord in second. In third, Young Kenny, a great run again. Fourth home was Splendid, followed by Ambleside. Marlborough practically pulled up on the run-in. Scotland Green was just about the last to finish. One that pulled up was Another Excuse, and the others pulled up at different places round the track. I'm afraid it looked as though Sam Lee was injured during the race, but Paris Pike, this 8-year-old in the colours of Ivan Straker, has put up a tremendous performance here, always going well for Adrian Maguire, trained by Ferdy Murphy. His fifth win from 6 starts over fences, and rising up the handicap throughout the season, and only 6 runs over fences, but he jumps like an old hand. He never put a foot wrong here. In front, a long way from home, certainly a circuit from the finish, and he stayed there right to the bitter end. One joint favourite, paying £6.20 on the tote. The place is £2.50, £4.50 for Noble Lord, £2.90 for Young Kenny, and £2.50 for Splendid. The exacta £4.30.20. Straight forecast 114.92. 3 non-runners, numbers 5, 13 and 18 rounds.